Mohit, thank you very much, and Bfsi, thank you very much. Mr. Bhatia, thank you very much for the opportunity given to us to present our story. So this is not about any presentation. You're going to see stories and experiences shared by us as a team. But before that, I would just like to take a minutes of worth of your precious time to share where we began all. The Women Financial Advancement Network was started in 2019. The earlier version was called Life and Money. We had been doing corporate financial wellness program for millennials across India. And then we focused only on women from 2019 onwards. The tagline, as you see, it's ready to change your relationship with money and empowering women towards financial well-being. So in the last 3 years, we have done 3 cohorts for urban women in terms of getting them to be entrepreneurs through 1-year international certification programs with collaborators from US and Canada so that they can be women holistic financial wellness coaches as well as financial life planning advisors and investment advisors. And we had a dream. When we started in 2019, we want to go rural in 2022. When I presented here in October, I had put a deadline 2015, December 15 to be precise, we will start. We did that. I was in Dharamshala on December 15, 2022. I just came from Dharamshala yesterday. It's been 2 months, so I'm going to share the interesting story of what we have done in the last 2 months. And before I go ahead with this, I want to say in the 2 months, in the 2 months living in the mountains, I've become more fitter, despite having gulab jamuns almost every day. That's the beauty of it. The reason being, I think these women, the rural women, have given so much meaning and purpose to me personally and to our team. And it's so satisfying and fulfilling to do amazing work for these people. We have just started the journey. I would like you to hear the story from our team who has interacted with the women. I was also there. So here we go.
आपके सपने क्या है, आपके ड्रीम्स?
+2 के बाद कॉलेज करना है, फिर उसके बाद पुलिस,
मैं आर्मी में जाना चाहती
मैं सिंगर बनना चाहती हूँ।
टीचर।
हमें ये था थोड़ा सा हम पढ़ लेते आगे तो स्टिचिंग का काम किया और अभी कर रहे हैं। पैसों के हिसाब से तो कुछ नहीं फिलहाल, थोड़ी सी तो आती दिक्कत।
पैसे तो हर कोई कमाना चाहता है।
In the Doladar range, I have met some amazing people from the Gatti community who are the shepherds that go up in the meadows, high up in the mountains. And they also have their beautiful villages scattered around in the mountains. And they live a very resilient, courageous, traditional life. So we have recently found 50 Gadi women who are very keen to get themselves and their families out of the trap of survival. And I'm saying this as a trap because there are many challenges as it is in this life in the mountains, and what is going on in the world through climate change and other things adds to it. So we are here connecting with the community members, and we would like to share with you and invite you to live the benefits that we have been touched with. So I'd love to invite Saujanya to share her experience.
Thank you. I'm a learning designer, and for the past 10 years, I have been living here in Dharamshala, in the foothills of the Doladar, with the Gadi community. And I've been working with children and primarily adolescent girls. Um, every time I walk in the village, I often get to hear from the local women that they are very amazed at how I earn a living on my own, and I live here alone. And they look at, in a way, they look up to me as if I, as if they would, it would be nice if they could live a life like that where they could earn their own living. It almost like pains me to see them struggle so much for basic survival. And when I look at them, I see so much of knowledge and wisdom they are keeping within themselves, and so much of skills that they have that go unrecognized, because for them working only comes from a job, and like the other skills of taking care of children, taking care of domestic cattle, working in the fields, working in the farms, these skills almost feel like it has no value to them. I feel that together, if we come together, we can actually recognize those skills as something which is very valuable, and create products or services that would value the indigenous knowledge, and that is aligned with their indigenous values, and that helps them sustain a better living. Women in a Gadi community, women are the biggest givers of the family, and they are also the keepers of the ancient wisdom that has been coming from generations to generation. So, and also they have a key hold in the future as well, because they are the ones who look after the children, and in a Gadi community, children look up to their mothers for inspiration.
If they say truly that I have this work, I have this enterprise, and I want those products to be, trickling down to the cities. So we invite you today to join us and live this experience that we are benefiting from. How would you do that? There are two possibilities. One is to, give us some support for the project through resources that you can spare and give joyfully, so that the skill building converts into a thriving enterprise of homemade beautiful products. And secondly, be the markets for these products, share them ahead, bring them to your homes, beautify your homes, bring more higher well-being for yourselves through the different products, the food products that they will create. And so join us totally, be part of this experiment and way of life in the Doladar.
Come join the network, and if you have time, please spare some time to share skills with young women of the Gadi community, because they are really keen to learn. They're keen to learn new things and make it as a profession. So we really welcome, we request all, anyone from any profession to come on board and join this network together to, embark on this journey.
Yeah, okay.
This is the story we have met from those clusters of 3 villages, some of them low income, some of them little middle income. We want to move them from survival mode to thriving mode, and we have created a program, and we are starting from March 15th onwards. So I'll just want to quickly take you through this. So this is the Gadi communities. There's a little bit of, you can see the landing page. It's wfnrural.co.co, and The challenge is, yeah, they are moving from a 50-year tradition of nomadic to semi-nomadic to almost sedentary lifestyle, and they are going through a lot of transitions and challenges. That's why we want to help them keep their identity and live a sustainable future. And this is a purely indigenous community. And I believe strongly in rural areas, there are a lot of indigenous communities around, and if you can support them and help them to thrive across all aspects of well-being, it will be an awesome future for India, and it will be an awesome future for us as a country and for the local communities. So I would invite you people to share whatever way you can in terms of resources. Resources could be one subscription. If you support with 25,000 rupees per woman, that's the cost of the program, training and support. Or you could even come in as coaches and mentors. So would welcome any point of time you could reach out to me. This is the budget allocation we have got. This is for 2 years, the program. We are reaching out to 1,000 women across Kangra Valley. And we have found the total cost comes to about 25,000 rupees for the entire 1-year program. It's a 90-day intensive plus 9 months program. The participants of these two communities, like I said, the most beautiful thing I've observed is they hardly earn 4,000 rupees a month. I've been to their homes, sat with them, just one single room. First thing, they offer water. Second thing, they bring in biscuits with tea. And then they say, hi, eat dinner and go. And then if we have, this is the Himachal Pradesh, it's a wedding season. They call us for wedding. In fact, we are all going for the wedding in one of those people's participants who have joined the program on March 9th. I'm going back on March 7th. That humility and that curiosity to learn and the willingness to, serve, despite so many challenges, is something sometimes heart-wrenching. I feel it. Yet at the same time, I feel we must contribute in some way from here in urban areas. Because if you look at the highlights, 68% of the people are living in rural areas. And they earn less than 25,000 rupees a month. In fact, they hardly earn, like I said, 4,000, 5,000 rupees a month. Some earn 10,000 rupees a month. It's very, very heart-wrenching to see that. So if something can be done, that will be amazing, and that's where India lives, not in urban cities. And when I've been there, I tell you, I've changed a lot. That experience has been so amazing. It's given me more meaning and more purpose, and I feel more connected. I just came yesterday. I feel out of place here, frankly, in urban cities. And the people out there are just brilliant and amazing. They just need the opportunity. They're not asking for anything. They are contented, yet at the same time, they want to thrive. They want to have better futures for their children. So I'm really looking forward to support from all of you here through individual, through CSR, or through come there as a resource, be a coach, be a mentor, do whatever you want to, just sign up. It will be an awesome journey. It will be a very fulfilling and satisfying experience. That's where I want to end it, and if you have any questions, welcome to take it. Yes, the key area is marketing. The key area is marketing. We've got our advisor, if you look at it, let me take you through that. So the key thing that emerged, we have formed clusters, what do they want to learn, what do they enjoy doing, and all that stuff, is actually, this is where we are doing. So that's my co-founder, Prajakta, here, and this is our advisor for branding and marketing communications, Subbu. I've studied with him in MICA. We were the first batchmates. He's got 30 years experience in branding and marketing. He has worked across Asia, Pacific, and Europe, from O&M to everywhere. He has rebranded our own WFAN, and he's going to help us as well as along with one person on the ground. She's already booked the ticket. She's going to be there from March 3rd. And she has already had experience in Bombay selling art products for artists, which is the toughest thing, right? And she has done that. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. We've got a huge registration form. Yes. 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 Yes, we've got a huge registration form, first phase, which has 4 pages, which has captured everything. The next step, we are having everything in place as a process, and we are putting it. And in this whole program, there is an integrated financial wellness as well. Because it's not enough earning income. They also need to know how to save smartly, how to spend smartly, how to invest smartly, how to borrow smartly. Right now, all the borrowings are with money lenders. You know how it is, 4%, 5% interest rate per month. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We have people. How we do it is basically we are facilitators. We facilitate by training, coaching, and mentoring. Okay, and we have all the process documented, and then we will connect them with buyers and platforms. We will ensure that they get maximum revenue. You know, typically what happens with NGOs is that a lot of NGOs function, they help, and a lot of commissions go to them. They don't get much. We want to ensure all that is cut off. So we want to make sure that they get very less, whoever is marketing or facilitating. We are not going to be marketing. We are going to teach them. We are going to coach them, mentor them through Subbu and one more person and few others, me. I've also done marketing and communications. And we are going to guide them all through 1 year. First day, 90 days is intensive program, which includes core area marketing. Apart from that, one hard skill set that they want to learn, which is primarily focusing on their strength. Some of them, if you've seen in the initial one, the coat. The Gadi coat is an all-weather coat. It's a super coat. I'm getting it done actually. I just couldn't get it in time, otherwise I would have worn it today. It's an all-weather coat. It's rugged, it's all-weather. Like that they have for women and all that stuff. So we are honing in on their strengths first and focusing on their hard skills. Soft skills are negotiation, communication, marketing, holistic wellness, integrated with financial wellness, all that. Plus, the most key area also we are addressing through women is men, is that these men are also going through transition from being nomadic to absolutely sedentary lifestyles. So they earn a little bit of money every day through Negra and all that stuff. What happens is 75% of the income goes towards drinking. Violence happens, domestic violence happens. So that's where Reena comes in. She has done non-violent communication. She's going to focus on mediation through women, how to help both men and women to work together as husband and wife so that the family gets a better future. So we are doing through the women also to help men. This is the first of its kind initiative in the world. We are not separating men and women. We value both coming together and work together, though primarily we are called Women Financial Advancement Network. But we believe it's a whole family effort, community effort, and children also are going to benefit because children have, we have seen, amazing digital marketing skills. They are on Instagram at 10 and 11 years. So we are going to bring them so they can market their mothers' products through Instagram, and we have already one team member who is a digital marketing expert. She is going to teach digital marketing. So
you're done for Kangra Valley only or something?
We are starting in Kangra Valley now. March 15th onwards the project starts. We have now signed up 50 people with registration form. We will go further, expand across India after we finish Kangra Valley with 1,000 women, which we believe will take 2025.
But this is your initial project or some project you already completed?
No, it's just the first phase of the project. December 15th we started. So it's 2 months exactly today. And I took an oath when I came here on October conference. We will start on December 15th. We did it on February 15, 2 months. We have completed the registration. Though we kept it as end of the month, we finished it actually.
So nice of you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah? Yeah?
I mean, just a offhand question. Why Himachal Pradesh? Any specific reason?
Yeah, so one of the key reasons, if you look at it, is the mountain area. Mountain areas, the three key areas, the problems the women face is in terms of extreme weather conditions. And especially with women, what happens, I'll go through the age specific. Up to 6, only most of the remote villages have schools. Afterwards, they have to go 1.5 hours walking all the way up through the shortcut of forest to go one way till 12th. And then graduation, they quit because they have to go to towns like Dharamshala or Beed or Dharamkot or wherever. And what happens is they have to find a relative to stay with or paying guests with 2 other friends. So most of the girls drop out. That's one. And also women out there, they do so many things. Most of the homes out there don't have stove and gas. It's chula. They go to the forest uphill. They gather all that woods. They come and do it. I have sat there. They made tea for us. They made food for us with the chula. It's heart-wrenching, just earning 4,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, but still that warmth and hospitality. And it's such a difficult terrain because I have seen the weather. I've suffered in 2 months sometimes. Sometimes I felt like running away because extreme weather, minus it goes to 3 degrees centigrade. Even though it will look like the weather it shows, AccuWeather shows 3 degree, but it feels -3. That is, I'm talking about where I'm living, Dharamshala. These people are living further down in villages, downhill and uphill, which is actually snowy right now. It will be better in March. So I basically took it up after I visited Himachal Pradesh last year for an outdoor therapy program. I listened to the Gadi community tribes because we had travel guides and listened to their stories. They are going through a lot of struggles. I thought we'll start there. Flat land is a lot more easier to address, a lot more easier to scale up. But the toughest part is the mountain areas where the access is very difficult. In fact, the villages, some of the villages we've gone, they don't even have internet connectivity. So that's why we are doing everything on site, but I hope, which is what is being promised by BSNL, that they will do. We are in fact collaborating with the government. We have gone to the block development office, that's how we got Partha. Partha is a place, we went to government office, the block development officer was convinced we are doing a good job. He gave access to the Partha community people. He connected us to the panchayat women out there, very active people, very curious and wanting to learn. It's just that they lack opportunity. And they are willing to put hard work, the amazing hard work, and crime rate is almost nil. They are very honest. So, and I felt a sense of connection there when I went there. So, starting from there. I hope it answers. Yeah, thanks. Yeah? Yeah.
What is the percentage of literacy on that area?
I have all this.
Are you, and the second question is that, are you working on the literacy part of this? Because the first part is that those who are the adult, I think that you are working on that aspect. The second aspect is those who are the small one, they are either being into exposed to just like child labor or other kind of thing, because I am working on that area big way. Okay. How you are working on that small children's aspect? How their educations, their any other, are you working on that?
Yeah, good
aspect?
question. So what we are doing first is working on the women, and what we plan to do in the next step is we have got some amazing people who have built some awesome infrastructure. It's called Mesh Network, funded by Dalai Lama Foundation, where I've got my colleague Saujanya, she has worked on it. Okay. What we are going to bring it to the children is they don't need internet connection. Okay. They don't need internet servers. There's a mesh network using raspberries and all that. I can talk about technology, I don't want to get into it. We are building that and bringing it. It's an open architecture. It's like Unix system or Ubuntu in operating system you have. That's what we are going to do it in the expansion phase, not right now. In the pilot project, we are focusing on women. And children, we are not focusing at this point of time. We are doing because it's being done informally by people like Saujanya, youngsters who are teaching kids, and all our coaches and mentors who also volunteer to teach these children who have found out they want to learn English. They are very clear. So we are going to teach them English, we are going to teach them math, that is informally. And in the next year, we are going to bring in children also into the whole project so that we have a full-fledged content which can go through this mesh network, and we are going to train one person in each village who will act as facilitators so that it becomes women, children and youth. Because youth, what's happening there is everybody wants a government job. After seeing insecurity of their parents, uncles, I mean father, uncle and all dying, literally extreme weather conditions. If they don't turn up in 7 days, you got to assume they are dead. That's a kind of condition, right?
Very small question. What is the school-going percentage of that area, and what is the dropout percentage of that?
The dropout rate after 12th for girls is 100%, almost. Okay. School-going rate, if you look at it, it's pretty decent, I would say. Anganwadi is there till 6th standard. That's it. But women, we are interacting with, most of the women have not studied beyond 5th grade.
Okay.
Okay. So if you look at literacy-wise Himachal Pradesh, it's one of the lower ones. It's around 68-70% overall. I'm not even going to the detailed statistics because we are focusing on specific villages.
Third question is that either Himachal Pradesh is working on public-private partnership kind of.
That is what we are doing. So that's what we are working with the government, block development officers, and they are very proactive there. We have access. We are able to do that. They are connecting us. They are also asking us to train. They will also support us. But the first pilot project, we are doing it ourselves. Because that's very important to, get that connection and rapport that we are doing something, and they are also helping us. We are not asking them so much of support. The only support is we ask them to connect to the rural communities. They have done it already. So we are building, there is CORD, which is Chinmay Ashram's CORD, which is biggest, which is doing very well. I met the program director. She's also willing to help. She's a Padma Shri winner. So we are making all the connections, which we'll do later. But first is we are focusing on just getting that pilot project done so that we know how it works, the learnings from that, wisdom from that, and iterations we can do to scale it up. Not just Himachal Pradesh, across India. That's what we want to do.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing the thing back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you.